Thanks. Because we're all familiar with masking, let's start again. Because we're all familiar with timeline animation at this point, either motion tweening, shape tweening, things of that sort, I'm going to kind of assume that you know that and then just kind of dive right in here. I have a blank stage. What I'm going to talk about is how to use a mask and how to apply a mask. It's kind of backwards from what you intuitively think as a mask. Flash is weird in that aspect, just like it's weird in many other aspects. But what I'm going to start off with is a couple of layers. I'm going to make a box on the bottom layer. Just a black box is fine. And then I'm going to make a couple of lines. I'm just going to draw something on this next layer. With my pen tool, I'm going to use red so you can see it a little bit better. Oh, there we go. Fill it with red. And just scribble all over that. The third layer I'm going to leave for now. But what happens if I wanted to, say, put this black box and only show it sliding through this red content? There's a tricky manipulation that you can do within Flash. Let me go ahead and give it some keyframes here, and then turn it into a motion tween. And same thing with this. So this box is going to start over on this side, and it's going to end up over on this side. If I want to make the effect look like it's filling this kind of scribbled line, what I can do is I can turn that into a mask. Now, when you mask this, what do you think is going to happen? What are you going to see on the stage? Well, you're going to see a black squiggle, but how's it going to work? Yes?
You're going to see a black squiggle that pans across.
To some extent, yes. What you do to mask something in Flash is surprisingly simple. Quite honestly, it took me weeks to figure this out. I was working with people. Like, I started at Gannett not having any idea. Like, I worked with Flash at one point in time a long time ago, but that was MX8, like 2008, which was the most recent version that they were using. In CS5, CS6, CS4, to create a mask, all you need to do is right-click on the layer and go down to mask. What it does is it creates a guide layer of sorts, and as you play it, what happens is anything underneath that is seen through the lens of that layer that's on top of it.
Which one did you make into a motion tweener?
I made them both motion tweens, but I haven't done anything with that second mask yet. I could, if I wanted to, but I would have to unlock it first. So if I wanted to move it there and then down and then back up, I could do this. Yeah, there are a couple of bad ones in here, so just jump on a different one. So as I play this, you'll see my mask is moving at the same time my actual animation is moving. So you can combine masking with sub-animations, animations on lower layers, and then do lots of crazy stuff with it. You can take it on a completely different tangent, and instead of just having a big black layer on the backside, you can fill it with color, and you can have that mask on top manipulating. So what we're going to talk about today is a little bit of shape tweening, where if you have like 3 points, you can have them wiggle back and forth, and if you have a multicolor, like an orange, red, and yellow gradient sliding beneath that, with that top thing wiggling, you essentially build fire. It's really easy that way. One of the favorite things that I like to say at work is you fake it until you make it, and that's pretty much all Flash is. You fake the animation, and you're good to go. If you can make it look like something, yeah, good enough. You know, nobody's going to know the difference unless they break apart your animation and then dig into it. So you right-click it, and then you say mask. It's surprisingly easy.
It's the easiest thing. It's the only thing that's justifiably easy to do with Flash. I feel like.
Yeah, it's it's deceptively simple, theoretically, and it works opposite to the way you expect it to work. Because when you say mask something, you expect it to be like on top of it, everything underneath is around it, but it works the inverted way, whereas the object on top becomes the window that you see things through. So I think I still have some photos on my desktop. Let me just stop this recording, and then we'll go through a couple more examples.